McDavid. Moves in, McDavid goes upstairs! What a goal!
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode 22 of this NHL 20 Journeyman franchise mode. Currently with the San Jose Sharks. For those of you guys who don't know what Journeyman is, it's where we travel around the NHL trying to win a Stanley Cup with every team that has not won the Cup yet. So far, we have completed that task with 2 out of the 3 teams we have been with, and 3 out of the 11 championship list teams have won the Cup here in Florida, San Jose, and Winnipeg. Looking around the rest of the league, which is what we're going to do right now, our team's fine. If you guys missed last episode, I'll leave a link in the top corner, but yeah, our team is very good. It's set up very well, and it's funny because our coach is telling us to, or not our coach, but whoever, the owner's telling us that we need to improve our defense. We don't. If you look at the ratings here, that this means with the +3 chemistry, Tarnquist is at an 80 or a 91, Merkley's at an 81, Lefebvre's at an 88, and Damien Ray's at an 84, Jeremy Roy's at an 85, and Ferraro's at an 83. Like, that is the most solid defensive core in the NHL. There's no question about it. So, yeah, our owner's not the smartest guy, I guess you could say, but oh well. Anyways, looking around at the teams that haven't won the Cup still, this is one of them here in Arizona. They have completely ruined Quinton Byfield, which is just beyond my belief, really. Besides that, they haven't really grown anybody well, so Arizona would be a task for sure. They got no goalies either. My God. Okay. So that's our first team that's available still for us to use. Nordquist has turned out all right, but Buffalo's the second team. They've only really kept Jack Eichel around, and he's already 30, so yeah, they are not in a great spot right now. Their goaltending's all right, so that's good to see, but yeah, they're still a ways away from winning anything. Next team would be Columbus. They're not looking great either, to be honest. I mean, they got some young defensemen here, but nobody that is actually, you know what? I'm looking through these lines and I'm realizing that we are in the preseason right now. So I'm going to sim to the regular season because we're not going to see the teams properly otherwise, and it just doesn't make sense to do that. So let's sim to the regular season first before I go through all the teams. And yeah, that was a little bit dumb. Okay, so first thing we're going to look at is the draft class, because that's always interesting to see. Ooh, power forward franchise player in Brendan Chan. That is interesting for sure. Ronald Matsumoto could be potentially a number 1 pick too. I don't think so, but not when there's a franchise player around. And the other thing that would honestly be kind of smart is if we could manipulate the picks so a team like Vegas or Ottawa or somebody who doesn't have a good shot at winning the Cup could pick up this guy for the future. So let's look at the lines again. Okay, never mind. Arizona is in a much better spot than I thought. Yeah, they actually look all right, to be honest. They're not terrible. Their defense, though, is pretty bad. And, okay, their goaltending's good. They're set up well. Buffalo, on the other hand, not so much, but really they're not that poorly set up either. They're a pretty solid team here still. But, yeah, they could definitely use some extra help in net for sure. Kong was drafted by them. Okay. Next, we got Columbus, and Columbus is looking real nice for the future here. Man, that would be a team that probably could win multiple cups just with the way they've drafted, to be honest. Like, you look at, like, wow. That is all I can say is just wow. They have got a good team here. Very well set up. They would actually be they're probably a contender this year, to be honest. I don't know about their goaltending so much. If they could bring in a goalie, they would stand a very good chance, though. Next team, Florida won the Cup. Minnesota has not. And Minnesota is definitely a team that could use a franchise kind of player. So, maybe we'll try to manipulate something here so they end up with him. That would honestly be kind of smart to do, especially if we're considering moving here in the future. And they have picked up some pretty solid players over the years. Nobody spectacular, I would say, but yeah, Lambos is kind of their best pick, really, from recent times. Wow, they got a high starter and a high elite goalie. Cody Meach. Yeah, okay, so that could be a team to look at for the future. Not so much in the present, obviously, and we are still with San Jose for the next three seasons? Next 3 seasons here, so... Nashville, another team that really has not grown properly or performed to their abilities, really, with the talent they have, because they do have some pretty good-looking talent overall here, but they got Jaffrey there from New Jersey, interestingly enough, and he's looking all right. Paxbu is a low elite defenseman. He's up to an 80. Clefbaum's at the tail end of his career. Fisher is also an elite. Oh my god, they got him 13th overall. Okay, well, Nashville's got good defense, so that could be a location to look into as well. Who do they have scratched here? They got a medium elite in another offensive defenseman in Camden Mendez. My god. And then they've got Graham Sword too. My god, they have grown defensemen. Again, it's a defensive factory here in Nashville. My gosh. Besides that, Ernesto Sure is looking real nice there. They got Matthew Savoy too. Or Savoy, sorry. It's not Savoy, it's Savoy. I've been pronouncing that wrong for a while. Adrian Matthews. I thought that was Austin Matthews for a second. I read it wrong. They got good defense on the top end, not so much towards the bottom end of their group there. And yeah, I mean, that is Ottawa. Who else? Vancouver, we've seen. We literally built most of this team. We drafted Andrechuk. We traded for Vosenar. We brought in Stamkos, but he's gone now. We also drafted, I believe it was Canone. Actually, maybe not. Maybe it was Sabarin. I think it was Canone. I can't remember at this point. We definitely drafted Saperkin, though, and he's turning out pretty decently. So, yeah, I mean, they are still a contender. Maybe they don't have the best options, but, yeah, that's a team we can't actually move back to in Vancouver, but they are still cupless. And then there's this team here in Vegas that is really just not doing very well. Besides, they got... Eleniuk, Rich Eleniuk, I believe is how you say it. And then they got Denisov and Nielsen together on the back there. They also got Abel Ma. I like that name, Ma. They've actually drafted pretty darn well over the years, I would say. But they're just not on a winning level yet. Veshy's looking good for the future there too. So, man, I mean, Vegas is an intriguing team, especially if they can land a player this year. Then they will have, a decent chance to actually be a good team moving forward. Yeah, I'd say they need a franchise kind of players still at this point. And is Chan a right winger? I believe that's what he is. No, he's a left winger. Okay, left-handed shot on the left wing. Honestly, if you get him in on, if whoever drafts him, if they move him to the right wing, he will probably be more effective as he's a left-handed shot. So that would just be my suggestion for that. But anyways, we're going to see how everything pans out here. I don't believe we have any other picks besides our own, which is probably good. We have $19 million in cap space, and I mean, we could see what happened when we got a franchise player into a team like this that needed it. The team just got turned around in a matter of seasons, really. I mean, you could argue that for other teams that have seen franchise players like Pittsburgh, or, I mean, maybe not so much Edmonton, but it has happened before, and that's what happened here with Connor Howe. So Connor Howe is already a bit of a legend for the San Jose Sharks, and he's just going to continue that moving forward here. So we are going to jump into a full season sim now, and we'll see how San Jose can do under the control of Nicholas Backstrom, an offensive kind of head coach here who really, I've never seen that good a system fit before. I mean, it shows mainly on the defense, actually, but yeah, this is going to be interesting for sure to see how this season goes overall. Also, there's just two other things I wanted to say quickly. The first one being that was actually the first time our team, like a team that we have been controlling in this series, has gotten over 50 wins last year. That was San Jose last year when they placed 7th, and they also had the highest point total out of all the teams we've used so far with 107 last year. So we are looking to beat that as we have kept the majority of this team together, but I will be back with you guys at the end of the season to see where this Sharks team progresses to. All right. So as you guys can see there with the numbers, we're not doing spectacular on the season. I was really hoping our team would be able to produce slightly better numbers, and that has not been the case so far. So we're going to try a risky deal here. It's not that risky, but it's definitely going to be one that kind of shakes everything up a bit here. Let's see, I want to go with Voloshenko, but I don't at the same time. Okay, how are we moving this around here? Oh, we could go with our first, but I don't want to trade it to Boston. Okay. Okay, let's try DeSalvatore maybe. Might be the best option here. That balances out the trade value, but at the same time, we still have to take 2 more players here. I don't think they want to trade Carlson. No. Tony DeAngelo, stupid expensive. Holy. That's not a good choice there. So let's try. Let's see. I mean, we could take Krug on just for extra cap. Same with that Dadanov there. Just do that. Okay, let's see if this goes through. So this honestly probably should. So we're taking on 12. We're taking on about 7 million in cap space in this deal. We are trading DeSalvatore, but we are picking up Charlie McAvoy, who will hopefully be able to kind of push us in the right direction here, as our team is not like working together very well. So there you go. We land Charlie McAvoy, land a bunch of guys here, and I think, what is the problem here? I don't even know what the problem is. We just have to edit the lines. So was it only in the AHL? Really? If we go Peller in there, okay, that works. And don't ask me why, but what's his name in here? I don't know why. Oh, that's Trenton Hamonic. My bad. Okay, can we try getting Cale Fleury in here instead? Yeah, he fits there, okay. In the NHL, my god, Merkley is crazy good. Let's try Damien Ray. Down to the bottom, swap Roy for McAvoy. And that bumps it down to only +1 chemistry. See, that's not spectacular, but at the same time, that's 289 rated players there then, and they should be just fine together still. I mean, McAvoy really does not fit, but fortunately everybody else does fit well enough that I don't think it's actually going to affect how the team plays. I was kind of hoping Krnkovic here would perform better, but he has not. And he is literally the only guy we can throw up top with Zadina, and how to keep the chemistry good. Jeez. Okay. Boguniecki would fit up top too, but that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to kind of screw Connor Howell like that. Like, why would we do that? All right. So, yeah, pretty big trade there. We give up one prospect, really, and then two other guys who weren't making a difference in this team. And, yeah, let's see if the Sharks can kind of progress from where they're sitting at right now, which is 2 points out of a playoff spot. All right, so at the end of the 2027/28 season, the San Jose Sharks put together an average campaign, 43, 32, and 7 on the year for 93 points. Our top scorer, Filip Zadina, only scores 76 points on the year. A little bit weak for high sim engine scoring. At least Connor Howell finally broke his scoring record. I mean, when you only score 28 points in your first year, it's only got to get better from there. So yeah, he's doing well at least, but he is going to be getting paid here too pretty soon. It's funny because he doesn't really fit with Crosby and Giroux. That's funny, because he just I don't know, he's a center. He's kind of just trying to compete against them, really, I guess. Is that what it is? Charlie McAvoy did make a difference for us, though, and definitely helped us towards a playoff spot. Kyle Krnkovic gets up 2 ratings on the year, pretty good for a 26th overall pick. I mean, he is 25 already, but that's what you like to see. Crosby scores another 32 points. He is up to almost 1,900 points on his career now. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. I think he's kind of almost done here, to be honest, but we will hold on to him as long as he keeps performing. Looking at the entire league here, so Zadina only scored 76, not spectacular, but for the rest of the league, Draisaitl scores 107 points, Yamamoto scores 106, Lafreniere scores 102. Connor McDavid also broke 100, so that means the Oilers had 4 100-point scorers on their team. Shane Wright breaks 100. Alex Holtz breaks 100. And a couple other guys do as well here too. Just buried Kotkaniemi and Capo Caco all break 100. That is crazy. Looking through the rest of these teams here, these players, see, I love how when a franchise player goes to, I thought that was Blake Coleman in Nashville. I was wrong. It was Malachi Coleman, and he's actually a good player. But no, it's funny because when we see a, when we see a franchise player go to a team that has not won a cup, they seem to perform very well and help that team towards their first cup usually. But if we see a franchise player not go to a team like that hasn't won a cup, then they usually just don't perform nearly as well. Wow. Thatcher Demko wins 48 games on 72 appearances. That's insane. Vasilevsky wins 45. Hart wins 42. Man, this is some... I don't understand how the Oilers are winning with this guy. I just don't. It makes no sense. Anyways, Tucker Tinen is in there too with Anaheim. Wow, Anaheim won quite a few games there. I wanted to show you guys the goal scorer as well here, who scored the most points. And that would be Tyler Seguin. Anthony Buss was right behind him. Malachi Coleman was up there too. Hunter Mann, I don't even recognize, but I mean, the Panthers have got a really good team. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, defenseman. So, obviously, Tuukka Pillman scores 75 points, leads the league with 4 guys right on his tail there. Jeez, all within 3 points. Ekblad is really playing to his full potential. Same with Dahlin. Bouchard is doing all right. Same with Riley, and Quinn Hughes has just been a beast there. Ryan Merkley scored 59 points for our team. He's up to an 88 rated player there, even though he was minus 19 on the year. And then as far as rookies go, Malatesta for Nashville Was he just drafted this year? No, he was not. Scores 56 points. That's high. Per Zetterberg there scores 83, scores 55 points. And then Matthew Greentree, who went second overall, scores 43. I can't remember who went first overall here. Was it Antropov? Yeah, it was. He only scored 36. Jeez. Pittsburgh's a bad team, very obviously. Boguniecki scored 27 for us, but yeah, that's about it. For the entire league, we finished third in the Pacific behind Edmonton and our ex-team there in Vancouver. Unfortunately, Vegas does not make the playoffs as they miss by quite a few points, but the Arizona Coyotes do. And then for the rest of the league here, let's see, Florida's up top again, but they've won a cup. Same with Winnipeg. We finish where? 12th in the league. Nashville finishes ahead of us, so that's promising. Obviously, they've got a pretty solid team there still. Who else? Arizona's just behind us. Same with Buffalo. And that looks like it's about it. So the teams that missed the playoffs that haven't won the cup consist of Ottawa, who finished dead last. So hopefully they will win the lottery. They should. They have the highest chance. Vegas also has not won a cup. And Minnesota. I believe that's everybody. Everyone else out of the 8 teams left here made the playoffs, so that's good. So next episode we will be getting into round 1 of the playoffs, where we will probably be taking on the Edmonton Oilers. That would be my assumption, and that is correct, as we are going to be going up against a very, very solid Edmonton squad here with 4 guys who scored over 100 points. That is freaking scary. Yep. I'm not looking forward to this at all, but we still have to play them and try to beat them. My God. Oh, God. That is absurd, man. The crazy part is that Lafreniere's grown completely on his own, too. He might be hitting free agency next year, as Edmonton really does not have... Actually, wait, how much are they paying certain guys? Trouba's getting paid a lot. Hamilton's getting paid a lot. Bouchard and Grossman all are getting paid quite a bit. They got no goaltending. Oh, why? Why would you pay him that much? Are you kidding me, Edmonton? Montembeault got a $5 million contract for 5 years as an 80-year. Why? I don't understand. They paid Draisaitl big, McDavid big, Yamamoto big. They're not going to be able to afford Lafreniere here, maybe. That is not well done by them, I have to say. But, yeah, I mean, Lafreniere would be a sweet signing for some other team, but that's not going to happen, probably. Anyways, that's the team we're going up against next episode, and, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this series or this episode and this season, please go down below, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and feel free to leave comments because I love reading them. But that is going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya!